This is a clip from an earlier live stream. I know you're going to like it, so the link to the full video is down below. Check it out. I'll see you over there.
Okay, so what you often find with Candace is people who are like her. Maybe they just say, well, she's just a difficult personality or she's just a jerk.
Okay.
And there's a difference between someone who's just kind of being a jerk and someone who's a narcissist. They have to have 5 persistent characteristics at once. So it would be grandiosity, entitlement, low empathy, a consistent need for validation, and exploitative behavior. Now, I'm just going to ask you, if you're bingo, I know you play bingo on here.
Right. Yeah, we already got bingo. We would have got bingo with that one right there.
Exactly. And so the other part of this that I explore in the video is that, so there's different kinds of narcissism. It's on a spectrum. So yes, you have that type of narcissism that maybe we're more familiar with, that is just kind of like vain, vacuous, self-absorbed. But there's a type that's called malignant narcissism that is the more predatory kind. And that is the kind that I deep dive into in my episode. And that's connected to something called the dark tetrad. And let me see if I can find that, because I always forget what's included.
No, and go ahead.
I was just going to say that consists of 4 main traits. That's narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and sadism. And so that is another level where the behavior of the person is really abusive, and where you start to get into the territory of some kind of scary behavior that starts to make the hair on the back of your neck kind of stand up. And when she really goes off the rails in her videos, where she starts to become very obsessive over Erica, where she starts to become extremely manipulative and really pushing hatred, like going out of her way to cultivate a hatred towards Jews, to cultivate a suspicion towards Charlie's loved ones, that really crosses a line into like a very creepy territory. And to me, starts to show this other side of the dark tetrad that can be very disturbing to experience. You definitely don't want to get in the crosshairs of someone like this.
I got you. So when you're looking at what we see here pretty much every day or every couple of days here on her channel, what are some qualities that you think really, do any of them stand out more than others, or you think that they're all pretty much they're all on 10, or do you think some of them are a little bit more pronounced than others?
Well, I would say so Machiavellianism is the strategic manipulation. It's calculating. It's focused on power, control, and long-term advantage. The person, what you see in the person is that they're very comfortable deceiving others. And I think that I've seen that in her work. And when I made my episode, I started off in the beginning when Charlie and Candace were first getting to know each other and first starting to work together. And you can really see that energy, like they're really vibing off of each other. And it really seems like you can almost feel Charlie being like, yes, I really struck gold with this person. This is going to be, my secret weapon. And I can relate to that feeling. Like we've often, I think many of us have had that feeling before, where we think we found something golden. But what's happening in that moment is something called mirroring, where the person will take on the attributes of the person that they are trying to influence or infiltrate into that person's world. If the person is charming, they'll be charming. If the person is smart, they'll be smart. And basically take on all of the characteristics that they see that the other person admires, so that they can become close to the person to play that long game. because this level of kind of betrayal that we've witnessed
For
is
sure.
not normal. This is not normal. Even if you like fall out with someone, you usually what grown adults who are healthy do is they just stop talking to each other and they move
Yeah.
on. But this is a level of not only just bullying and harassment, it's far beyond that. It's like she, especially in the beginning, was literally trying to make it seem like this was an international plot.
Correct.
And that whole governments were, after not only Charlie, who was actually killed, but really they only killed Charlie to get to her.
That's what it sounds like, right?
like,
Right. That's a good point.
yeah. So that piece is really clear to me. And the sadism. So the sadism is about the enjoyment of other people's suffering. And the way that you can really catch that is that smirk, that like sick little smirk that she has on her face when she, for example, repeatedly said, "I'm not going to stop until Erica asks me to stop." And
Right.
then when Erica says stop, like pleads to her, stop multiple times. And then she says right to the camera, "I'm not going to stop," and then smirks.
Correct.
That's the tell that she is doing this because she enjoys getting the response from Erica. She enjoys seeing Erica squirm, and she enjoys knowing that she's hitting Charlie, where it hurts, even after he's dead.
Right.
And that's really sick behavior.
So let me dig into that a little bit more, because Erica really hasn't said much and has said very little to her pertaining
Right.
to it. So where do you think she's getting her affirmation that what she's saying is hitting Erica? Because I don't feel like, in my opinion, I feel like they're doing the right thing by just being quiet, because you're not gonna talk your way out of this one way or
Right.
another. Either way, she's gonna say something. So where's she getting
Yeah.
affirmation from?
Well, just in those few instances, that's enough of a hit for her. That there was, I think, 4 interviews that she gave where she said, "Stop," and "This is unacceptable." And so, at a certain level, you have to say stop at some point. But they are doing this is kind of the method that is called gray rock in the narcissism world.
Tell me about that. I saw it in a comment today. I didn't know what it was, so I don't know tell me what it is.
Yes. So gray rock is when you finally accept and acknowledge that the person is a narcissist, which means that you can't deal with them in the same way that you would deal with a normal person. Because the more you try to explain yourself, the more you try to tolerate or be patient or fix the situation, the more they will just twist. It's like rolling that expression, rolling around with pigs type
Yeah.
of situation. You just get dirty. So
Right. Okay.
this is a situation where you decide to react. You decide to respond, not react. And so that means if they are goading you, if they're trying to start a conversation, you just respond very neutrally and you remove yourself from the situation as quickly as possible. You don't give them anything that they can latch on to.
Right.
And then there's also something called yellow rock, where it's a more friendly version of the same thing, where maybe
Okay.
you're like, "Hi," you do it with a smile, but you keep the same level of extreme boundary.
Interesting. Okay. Because I saw it in a comment today. I had no idea what they were talking about. So I
Yeah.
appreciate it. So looking back, what would you say? Okay. Were you familiar with Candace during the Macron saga? I mean, I know
Oh,
that
there's
they
like
paused the
a
Macron.
ringing sound. Did you
Say
hear
again?
that?
I know you liked that episode. This is actually a clip from a larger live stream. The link is down in the description, so you can go check it out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you down there. Grace and peace.